Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Lizette, how are you? Come on, let's spend these awkward few minutes together while we wait on everyone to join us. Welcome, welcome. That's my wife laughing in the background.
Hi, everybody.
She probably won't put her face on the screen, or will she? Hey, she made an appearance. There she is. Welcome in. Come on. Dana, how are you? Family in Ohio, bless you, man. Thanks for being on. Thanks for being on. Thanks for the heart. I see you. Hey guys, come on in, share this with as many people as you can. Jeffrey Adams, my man, what's happening? Bless you. Annie Salgado. Book buying machine, Annie, that's what you are. God bless you guys. Come on in. Again, Jeffrey, great to have you on. Bless you. BJ, welcome.
BJ.
Come on in. That is my wife, for those of you that are just joining on. She's in the back kibitzing.
I am here.
She just said hey a minute ago, and she's sitting in the chair, kind of helping me facilitate all this tonight. Come on, guys, welcome in. And happy, what is it, Monday?
Today's Monday.
Wave again, say hi to everybody.
Hi,
Ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? Come on, and Melina, bless you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, guys, do me a favor as you're coming on. Share this with as many people as you can. We've got something obviously coming up. A lot of you know what this conversation is going to be about. I am beyond thrilled. I'm exhausted. It's been, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited, so excited. And we're going to be talking about tomorrow. It's going to be, I believe, a life-changing day for us as a family. It's going to be a life-changing day for our church and ministry, and hopefully a life-changing day for every person that will be getting their copy of the new book, Healing Hurts. Teresa, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Come on, share this, guys. Share this with as many people as you can. And as you're logging on, check it out. This is actually the author copy. This was the very first copy sent, the first copy off the press. It was sent to me by Charisma, the publisher. And I've been doing some Facebook and YouTube videos and teachings out of the book, and I've been actually using this. It's been so fun. And I feel like I'm kind of reading it for myself for the first time. So it's been super exciting. Again, share this with as many people as you can. We're going to be on maybe 15 minutes. If that, it won't be too long. But look, tomorrow is the day, guys. I am so excited. Tomorrow is the launch day for this book that I have in my hand right here, Healing Hurts. And it has been an amazing journey, an amazing process. Writing the book was about a year and a half. And doing, all the manuscripts and getting everything put together the way it needed to, and about 21 to 22 hours in the studio, doing the audio book. And then, of course, you have the rewrites and the edits and the back and forth. And it's just been such an amazing process. But the year and a half process, that's the small part. The 18-year-long crisis that my family and I endured, that was the long part. That was the hard part. And then, of course, I'm 45 years old. And so the revelation of the book and really what God's taught me, 45 years in the making, and it's in this book. And I want to share a very vulnerable moment with you guys. And I'm going to do my very best not to get emotional, because this is my author's copy, right? This is the first copy off the press. And tonight, earlier, we had an opportunity to go out with my mom and dad and go out to dinner with them, and I made them pay. Yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm releasing a book tomorrow. Of course, my parents are going to pay the meal, right? So my wife is laughing her head off at me. But we were out to dinner tonight, and I thought, it'd be a pretty amazing thing if I were to gift the very first copy, the author's copy, to my mom and dad, because it's their story. It's what they endured, and it's their strength, really, and lessons that I learned from them. I learned a lot from their mistakes. I learned a lot from their mess ups, but I learned a lot from how they've always picked themselves up, how they've always done their best to pursue good and godly character. And I've watched them do their very best to take responsibility for their lives, and I've watched them do their very best to bring hope, life, and love to people that are around them. And so tonight at dinner, and of course I did this before I asked them to buy, I did this before I gave them the check, I dropped this book on them. And it was a really emotional moment for them, and it was an emotional moment for me. I wrote in here, and my writing's terrible, but you can see I wrote in here, first copy. And I wrote just a little nice note to them, telling them how much I loved them and how thankful I was for them. And then you can see that I signed it there at the bottom. But what I just, it was such a surreal moment, because when your tragedy, your pain, the hell that you go through for so long that you think's gonna kill you some days and just take you out, just to survive it, good God in heaven, that's a miracle. Pastor Christine's over there in the corner shouting with me. That in itself is a miracle. But when, through God's grace, we have been able to pen and put into writing on these beautiful pages the lessons learned, what was developed, what was matured, what was broken in us during those 18 years, it was just absolutely, absolutely incredible. And to see it coming to fruition is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the pre-orders, and I wanted to take some time to love on you too, and love on, I see Brittany Ann is on there, Bruno's on there, there's a bunch of people come. Miriam, hello. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Love you guys, and thank you for joining in and being a part of this. I want to really love on y'all in a minute for the pre-orders and for just all the support, prayers, social media, the prayers. Many New Beginnings have even sown into this project, and I'm overwhelmed. But I want to take a minute to also thank friends. And look, we have people watching from all over the place. So some live, some will be watching this later. So if I mention your pastor, your bishop, say something in the comment section and light this thing up with some hearts, because one of the things I want to take a moment to do is honor my friends, my colleagues, guys that I have known, some of them for a long, long time. Mark, good to see you on there, Elder Mark Arthur. Janae, bless you, honey. It's good to see you. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being on. One of the things is just the friendships that I've had. And when I wrote the book and I reached out to my friends for endorsements, I was overwhelmed by not only how many of them quickly responded and did it, but the depth in which they wrote and the perspective that they had. These endorsements are written by people who obviously I know and know me, and you can sense that, you can feel that in those endorsements. And I'm not going to read them to you. You have to get the book, okay? You got to get the book. But listen to some of these incredible names. These are incredible men and women of God. This is amazing what God has done, and these are people that I'm honored to call friends. Some spiritual fathers, overseers in my life. Pastor Rod Parsley, Dr. Rod Parsley from Columbus, Ohio, World Harvest Church, preached my very first sermon at 17 years old, one night, not even 24 hours after I heard him preach, because he preached until about 11:30 at night, and I preached at 7:30 the next night. So it was a little over that, but just the impact that he's had on my life, and the fact that God's allowed us to become very close, the impact that he's had on my life is just invaluable to me. Apostle Pastor Ron Carpenter, what a legend. I connected with him probably 16, 17 years ago through Pastor Benny Hinn. He was attending one of the crusades, and I was attending it as well. And then, of course, Apostle Carpenter and I did tons of TV together over the years. TBN, he was on a lot of the praise-a-thons, a lot of the praise the Lords, and he wrote such a beautiful endorsement. Also, he and his wonderful wife, Pastor Hope Carpenter, hosted me on a podcast a while ago. You can look it up on YouTube. It was great. And I don't say that because of my part. I didn't think my part was anything, but the way they facilitated the conversation, Apostle Ron is so deep, so spiritual, and just so full of revelation. And as my wife's saying over here, very relatable. And just a real down to earth, the relevant conversation we had. Very candid, very raw, very real. Go watch that podcast if you haven't. I know it will bless you. Absolutely love it. So we have Pastor Rod Parsley, Apostle Ron Carpenter, Apostle Jim Raley from Ormond Beach Calvary. What a great church. What a great friend. Apostle Raley, I know we probably have some people that are watching that attend his church, or at least know Apostle Raley. Let me tell you how close Apostle Jim Raley and I are. When my father was released, the very first service we had, he came out, I believe, on a Friday, and we had service on Sunday, obviously. And I was too emotional to preach. I was wrecked just from the whole week and everything that was happening. Apostle Jim Raley came in and preached that service for me. That's how much I love Apostle Jim Raley. And he broke just a beautiful endorsement. Pastor Aaron and Pastor Amanda Crab family. Now we go way back, way back. I know some of y'all know the Crabs. Come on, give me some hearts if you love Pastor Aaron and Pastor Amanda. The Crab family, good Lord, we used to be together on the Praise-a-thons years ago on TBN. I love them. Judy Jacobs was there. Of course, Pastor Jamie, Pastor Judy are dear friends of ours. And Karen Wheaton and her crew was there, the dancers and the praise. It was just so amazing. The Crabs pastor an amazing church, Restoring Hope Church in Nashville. If you guys are in that area, you need to go check it out. They wrote a great endorsement. The legend himself, Bishop John Francis, one of the greatest voices in the history of Pentecost in the UK. His church is still massive, locations all over London and abroad. I've had the privilege of being at many of them. Just incredible friend, incredible pastor. Real Talk Kim. Y'all know Real Talk Kim. She's just Real Talk Kim. What are you going to say? God has used her in such an amazing way over the years. Her ministry is unique. Her passion is really unbridled. You can't calm Real Talk Kim down. When God has put something on her heart to go after it, she goes after it. We love her. She did an incredible endorsement. Bishop Michael Pitts from Toledo, Ohio, Cornerstone Church, legendary church, legendary pastor, legendary bishop. I used to sneak out and I wouldn't go sinning on Thursday nights. I would sneak up to Cornerstone in Toledo and sit myself on the back row of that church and watch Bishop Pitts preach. And when other guests would be there, I was one of those guys that got mad that Bishop wasn't the one preaching because I loved his preaching, still love his preaching. One of my favorites to this day, Bishop Wayne Malcolm from the UK, the business bishop, one of the most intellectual, incredible men, and been such a dear friend for nearly 20 years. Thank God for him. And then this guy, he's an up-and-coming guy, Bishop S.Y. Younger. Come on, Bishop S.Y. Younger and I met nearly 5 years ago, and God connected us in such an amazing way. We were ministering together, and at the end of the night, he put his arm around me, and he said something along the lines of, we're going to become friends. And I said, yes, we are. We're going to become best of friends. And we truly have become great friends. What God's doing in him is amazing. He's now not just traveling seemingly every week in America. Now he's traveling around the world, Brazil, Africa. Pastor David Crank, Faith Church. Oh, Pastor David is an amazing man of faith, a visionary. If you ever need to just get picked up and feel like you need to dream big all over again, pick up the phone and call Pastor David Crank or get on his Instagram. PD, love you. Thank you for the wonderful endorsement. Dr. Michael Namiche, Professor Michael Namiche. He is now the professor of business at the University of Ghana. Honor my brother and my friend. Love him and his precious wife. She's such dear friends of my wife. What an endorsement he wrote for me. Pastor Marcus Gill, who's an incredible prophetic voice, an evangelistic voice. God's been using him in such an amazing way. Love you, Pastor Marcus. Thank you for that. Pastor Todd Hoskins there in Dayton, Ohio. If you've ever flown into Dayton, Ohio, you've been to Pastor Todd Hoskins Church because you can't miss it when you're landing. It's right off of I-75 and it takes up, quite a few acres. Pastor Todd Hoskins, incredible man of God and an incredible friend. Pastor Ronnie Joe Harrison. That man can sing, he can preach, his wife can sing and preach, his kids all sing and preach. What a blessing, not only Pastor Ronnie Joe is, but his entire family. One of the first impressions I had at World Harvest Church when that curtain came up at Dominion Camp meeting was Pastor Ronnie Joe and his long sideburns coming out from underneath. Oh, I feel God all over again. Pastor Ronnie Joe, I hope someone shows this to you. But he came out of that curtain dancing and shouting. I was like, man, I've never seen anybody praise and worship God like that. Now he's become a dear friend and wrote an amazing endorsement. My brother, Pastor Mike White from the Tab Church, London, England. I don't even know what to say about Pastor Mike White other than he is my brother from another mother. Love him. He is family to me. And the Tab Church, one of the greatest churches in the world today, not just Europe, not just England. I'm talking about the world today. Their worship is incredible. I'll be with the Tab at the end of November. So all of you over there at the Tab, get ready. I'm coming with a word in Jesus' name. And then last but definitely not least, Bishop Kevin Wallace, the preacher himself, Bishop Kevin Wallace. Love him. Thank God for him. And he is a preacher's preacher. How God is using him and amplified his voice in this season is incredible. And we thank God for his relationship and friendship. And what an endorsement he wrote as well. His endorsement sounds like him preaching. When you read it, you'll say, that's Bishop Kevin Wallace. It sounds like his preaching. Now, let me take a minute to thank those of you that have pre-ordered. We got quite a few now that have come on the lives. I'm doing YouTube and Facebook tonight. If you've pre-ordered a book, I need to hear from you like right now. I want some hearts, some thumbs ups, some yes, I did. I'd like to know how many copies you ordered too, because I don't know, we're going to do something to bless those of you that have got many copies. I know Annie's on there. Debbie O'Neill, good to see you. Maddie, bless you. Glad to have you on there. Pastor Regan D'Onofrio is on. Love you, Pastor Regan. Love you. Love your precious wife. Love your church. One of the great churches in America. The heritage there, the history. Love you, Pastor Regan. Man can sing his tail off, preach his tail off. No, I'm not jealous. I'm just saying. Amen. Love you, Pastor Regan. Cassandra Daniels, love you. God bless you. Thank you for all you have been and done for this project, Cassandra. You know how God's used you. Thank you. I want to say that to you tonight. Thank you. Keon, great to have you. Miriam, bless you. My brother-in-law, Mike Genowaldi's on. Pastor Simon Franklin, come on. Bless you, man. Glad to have you on. My brother-in-law, Mike, your sister says hello. She goes, oh, Mike's on. Good to have you guys on. Good to have you on. So listen, did you pre-order your book? Talk to me. I'm glad to see everyone checking. Yes, you did. Debbie, thank you. Ingrid, bless you. Welcome in. Thank you. Oh, come on, Chrissy. Thank you. Thank you. BJ, I know you've done order some copies. Yes. Pastor Regan, thank you. I know you ordered yours. You gave me a great shout out on social media too, bro. I cannot say thank you enough for that. Love you for life, for you just being my friend and brother. Miss Mary, is that you on there? Mary Rowland is on there.
Miss Mary is
she's buying a book every week, all the way up till Christmas. So if you are part of Mary's family, you're going to get a book. You don't need to buy one. You're going to get blessed. Mary, thank you for that. Thank you for buying all those books. Jeffrey Adams, I know you bought yours. Thank you. I know, Jeffrey, you probably bought a couple. Knowing you bought a couple. You got to give those to some people. And again, Cassandra Daniels, thank you so much. Debbie Bowman, love you. Love you. And John, thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you for who you are. Come on, anybody else? Did y'all get your book? If you didn't, I'm saying, why not? You better do it tomorrow. You better do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is the day. The book is out. And I want to tell you a couple really, really awesome and important things here. November, what's the date? November 16th. It is a Sunday. I am going to be doing a book signing at our church, New Beginnings in Orlando, at both 9 and 11. Now, our publisher is going to be arranging a signing at the Barnes and Noble here in Orlando in the suburb of Altamont Springs, for those of you that are familiar with Orlando. We don't have that date set yet, but we're working on that. We'll let you guys know as soon as possible. But for my church family and partners of the ministry, I would love to see you there. Again, the date's November 16th, correct? November 16th. I would love to see you there either at the 9 or the 11 o'clock service. Get your copy signed. And I'll probably take a minute signing everybody's book because I get emotional and we'll make it very personal because every one of you that'll be there means something very dear to me. And so November 16th, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, book signing. And you have something to add to that.
And if you all want me to sign your book too, since I helped co-write, where's your book? Here, let me show them.
There you go.
Although my name is not on the cover, I also helped contribute.
No one invited you into this broadcast. Get out of here. No one. That girl right there, every hour I spent on this book, she spent with me. She really, really did. Most of that time in this room, I won't lie, some of it was on the beach. Some of it was when we were in New York City for a few days, and everywhere we traveled, everywhere we went, we worked on the book. But this room right here, our office at the house, was the place where we spent the majority of our time working on that book. And man, we've shared this story privately and publicly, but I don't know if I've shared it online. how many times, and babe, you can speak to this, sitting right here in this room, and I feel it again now, when we were writing this book, talking about the book, editing the book, that we would feel the presence of God daily. Every time we worked on it, some point, sometime, we felt God. And we're going to pray in about 5 minutes. I promise I won't be much longer. But in about 5 minutes, we're going to pray that the same anointing that my wife and I felt in this room when we were writing it and putting it together, people would feel, you would feel. Yes. Some of you that pre-ordered, the book's coming tomorrow. By this time tomorrow night, you might be two chapters in to the book. It's on its way. And it's going to be an amazing thing because God's going to touch you. He's going to do something great in you and through this book. And for your family, the people you're going to bless with this book, it's going to be such a blessing. And Jeffrey Adams is on. I said hello to him a minute ago, and he sent me a message the other day when we were 3 days away from the launch. He said it's 3 days till some people get raised from the dead. And I felt so encouraged, Jeffrey, when you shared that, because this book has to be something that brings resurrection life. It has to be. That's our prayer, that God would anoint it in such a way that he would bring to life dead places, destinies that have died, dreams that have died. And we're going to pray officially in a minute, but I'm getting stirred up as you guys can see. So thanks for the love. Thanks for the hearts. November 16th, our signing day. And a big thank you to my New Beginnings family. You guys know who you are. The love that you've shown us, the prayer, the support, just the encouragement when we see you at services and throughout the week. You guys really are, Pastor Christina said it, you really, really are the best. Here's what we need you guys to do. Just listen to these little details for 30 seconds, and then we're going to pray. Over the next few days, I really, really do ask you for your help. I want you not only to join the conversation on social media, I want you to start some conversations as well. Many of you leading up to the release, you have done such an amazing job posting, reposting, and tagging different things and sharing different things with us and with your followers. But the big work is ahead of us. The launch date, of course, is tomorrow. And I'm asking every one of you that are watching, if you would please tomorrow, when you see our post about the book now being available, send it out to everybody in your Facebook friend list, every one of your IG contacts, people in your phone. We really want to get the message out, and we want Amazon to feel us tomorrow. Come on. We want Amazon to feel us tomorrow. Family, we can do this. We can make an impact, and we can let Amazon know, hey, this book is hot. Keep pushing us up to the top. Keep promoting it. Keep the algorithms where they need to be. You guys are an army, and I'm assembling you together and loosing you to do what you do best, and that's show us love and show us support. So tomorrow, not only do I need you to go to Amazon and order a book, or 2 or 3 or 4 or however many you need to order, I'm really, really encouraging you to share this with anyone and everyone that you can. Everything you see on social media, get it out. And listen, this right here is probably as important that you do this as anything else. When you get your book, please go to Amazon and leave a good review. Yeah. My wife was telling the church the other day to leave reviews, and then she stopped and said, unless they're bad reviews. She had to clarify. We only want good, but all kidding aside, the reviews will really help us. We need to get some momentum behind this when when it launches tomorrow. And then as you get your books and you start reading it, those reviews really matter. Amazon pays close attention to that. Our publisher pays close attention to that as well. So family, come on, step up. I need your help. I need your support. Let's tweet, let's text, let's email, let's Instagram, let's post, let's repost, let's share stories, tag us, and let's get this information out to as many people as we possibly can.
And with your comments, you guys, make it personal. You know, whatever it is you feel God is doing in you, be specific. Because I believe that God's going to use even your words to inspire someone else who's on the verge, who's thinking, should I get it? Should I not get it? No, let the Lord use you and be personal. And Pastor, someone just asked, is your book available in Spanish? You want to answer that one?
Yeah, the answer to that question is it will be soon. This was something that we didn't realize that we had a demand, and a phenomenal question. Pastor Christina, keep fielding those if you guys have questions, because I can't keep up with everything here. But to answer the question about Spanish, we didn't realize there was a real need for it until, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
And after so many people had asked about it, and we were even getting some things through social media where people were asking us about it, we went to Charisma, our publisher, and asked them if it would be possible, and they green-lighted it right away. So we're just waiting for that translation. I know someone also asked about the audio book, because I mentioned that earlier, right? That I did the audio book, 21 hours. Josh Cunning, who is he's an amazing young man, but he's also just amazing with sound and technology. He set me up in here and gave me a little studio, and 22 hours later, the audio book was done. Mm-hmm. That is scheduled to be released. Is it the
January 2026?
January 2026. Is that the Spanish?
That's the Spanish.
The Spanish copy translation will be January 2026. The audio book should be a few weeks after tomorrow. So that will be coming out. They have it released just a few weeks afterwards. So that's coming out. And I know a lot of you are going to listen to that audio book, which of course I was the one who narrated it. Had a lot of fun doing that. Felt God all over that as well. We're going to pray here, guys, in a minute. You have been on with me for about 30 minutes, and I'm so grateful because you could be spending your Monday night doing a lot of things other than this. But your love means so much. Your support means so much. And as I pray, give me some comments, give me some hearts, give me some fire and some whatever. And let me know you're agreeing with me, because we really do want to pray that God would breathe upon this project. We have a publisher, as you know. They have a plan to promote the book, to get me on some other programs and all that stuff. We have plans to promote. Our social media stuff is set up for the whole week. You're going to be getting blitzed with reviews and endorsements and links where you can buy all that. But we need God to breathe on this. Yeah. We really, really need God to breathe on it. I want to sell books. You know, when you do anything, you want it to be successful. I'm keeping it real. If you work on something, you want it to work, right? You want it to be successful. But I promise you, beyond all of that, I really want to see what I went through and what my family went through become valuable to you. I want to see what we learned and what we suffered translate into something that can help bring you out, bring you through. And I really do believe God will do that. We've read it, we've written it, we've prayed over it, but let's pray tonight. And then maybe we'll get back on here again tomorrow night and talk about it a little bit more. Maybe every day this week, who knows? We'll see what we do. But let's just agree together in prayer. Father, thank you for this message. Not just this book, but the message of Healing Hurts. And thank you for allowing me the privilege of carrying this message to your people. You could have chosen anybody, but you chose me. At least for this, you chose me. So thank you. I pray that you would take every word that's been written, every word that's on these pages, because they are inspired by your words. So let those words also be alive. Because these words were inspired by your words, let them also be quick and powerful. Let them cut stuff that needs to be cut and heal the things that need to be healed. Lord, I know because I wrote it and I lived it, the healing does hurt. It's not easy, it's not fun, it's not pleasant, but it is worth it. And Lord, I want to thank you in advance for every person that has ordered and pre-ordered, every person that's waiting tomorrow for that Amazon delivery to show up. Not by might, not by power, but by your Spirit, God. Break chains. The chains of dysfunction, the chains of spiritual and emotional leprosy, the chains of spiritual and emotional blindness, perception issues, generational curses, the pain from abuse and abandonment, the sting of rejection and betrayal. God, anoint this book to bring healing to every person that reads it. And do breathe on it. Multiply the reach of this message. not for our sake, not for our glory, but for your glory. And also for the sake of your people, because we know so many are hurting, so many are in bondage, so many are held captive by dysfunction, by unresolved trauma. Set the captive free.
Yes, God.
Set the captive free.
Yes, God.
And for our family, our church family, our spiritual family, not just in Orlando, but across the country and those that are around the world. We got people from Ghana that love us and we love you. People from Nigeria who love us and we love you. People from all over Europe who love us and we love you. And I'm praying that God would bless every one of you that has been a blessing to us. May he return it to you in a manifold, abundant way. May God bless every preacher that put their name on this project, that put their endorsement and put their seal of approval on it. May God bless them for blessing us. May God bless their churches, their ministries, and everything they are and everything that they do. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Hey, I love all of you. I thank God for Evangelist Harold. I see you on there. Bless you. I tried to say hi to everybody. Nick, God bless you. Ingrid, God bless you. Thank you guys for being on this. If you're watching and it's not live, I will be looking back at comments. If you've bought the book, man, let us know. If it's on the way, let us know. I think my wife has a final. You don't have a final word? You're over there saying something, so give your...
I just want to tell you all I love you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support, the prayers. Keep on praying for us. But it's an exciting
We
season.
need it. We need the
love you
prayer.
all.
We love you guys and are thankful for you. Bless you.